The Czech Federation sent me to Australia, gave me a one-way ticket to Australia, and then I had to win enough money to go from Australia to the States to play. And I got to the finals of the Australian Open. I got $6,000 for that. For the most part, until the 70s, players played till they're in their 20s, and then they say, "Oh, I got to get a job." Maybe the top players were making enough, but certainly anybody below the top 10, they had to get a job. You couldn't keep traveling unless you had a sponsor. You couldn't afford it. It was too expensive because we had to pay for everything. I mean, back then the tournaments paid better than the majors. When I won Wimbledon in '78, I got, I think, 17,000 pounds first prize. They're making 100 times that now for winning majors.
I think my first tournament that I won, the S&H Green Stamp tournament in Florida, I received a $10,000 check. 2 or 3 years later, it was $25,000. And then 2 or 3 years later, it was $50,000. My last French Open I won, I received $300,000. I mean, it was gradual, but it kept increasing because we were getting more TV. Every weekend we were on NBC or CBS. The sport got bigger and bigger, and more players and more personalities came into the game. Endorsements came into my life when I was 18, when I turned pro. I signed right away with Wilson tennis rackets that I had used. I signed up with a clothing line at that time, and Converse tennis shoes. So I had 3 right when I was 18 years old. So it was a big deal right from the beginning, and it continued. I mean, I earned a lot more money in endorsements than I did playing tennis tournaments.
We split up from the men, had the Australian Open on our own, did really well. Then the men came to us and said, "Oh, can we join you?" He said, "Only if we get equal prize money." So we got equal prize money. And then, like 10 years ago, the Aussies said, "Oh, well, but the men, we have bigger stars now on the men's side, so we should give more money to the women." We're like, no. This was not the deal.
But I think the money is still incentive for players to play well, to make a living, to be able to travel, to get a coach, to get a physio maybe. You know, those are all, I think, in the back of these players' minds.
The prize money allows players to play longer and then to bring their friends and family with them, and to, of course, to hire people to get the most out of their bodies.